George S. Patton was a famous American general who was known for his leadership in World War II. He was born on November 11, 1885, in a small town called San Gabriel, California. From a young age, Patton was interested in the military. He liked reading about battles and soldiers. He decided to become a soldier when he was older. Patton went to a special school for young men who wanted to join the military. It was called the Virginia Military Institute. He worked very hard at school and learned a lot about military history and leadership. After he finished school, Patton joined the United States Army. He started as a second lieutenant, which is a low rank. But Patton was smart and worked hard. He quickly moved up in the Army. During World War I, Patton had his first big experience in battle. He was part of the American Army that fought in France. Patton was not afraid of danger. He led his soldiers with courage and determination. He was always ready to fight. Patton was injured during the war, but he didn't give up. He kept going and proved that he was a strong leader. After the war, Patton spent many years training soldiers and studying military tactics. He believed that the key to winning battles was to be fast and strong. He thought that the best way to win was to surprise the enemy and attack quickly. He also believed in using tanks in battle. Tanks were new weapons at that time, and many soldiers didn't understand how to use them. But Patton thought tanks could be very useful in war. He worked hard to learn everything he could about tanks and how they could help soldiers in battle. When World War II started in 1939, Patton was ready. He had trained for many years, and he knew how to lead soldiers in battle. He quickly became one of the most famous generals in the Army. In 1942, Patton was given command of the U.S. Army's 2nd Armored Corps. He led his soldiers in battles in North Africa. Patton was very good at moving his soldiers quickly. He always surprised the enemy with fast attacks. His soldiers called him Old Blood and Guts because he was tough and didn't back down. One of the most famous battles Patton fought in was the Battle of the Bulge. It was a big battle between American and German forces in Belgium during the winter of 1944. The Germans attacked quickly, and many American soldiers were surprised. But Patton didn't panic. He quickly moved his soldiers and tanks to stop the German advance. His soldiers fought hard, and Patton's leadership helped the Americans win the battle. Patton was also part of the invasion of Italy. In 1943, the Allies, a group of countries fighting against the Axis, which included Germany and Italy, invaded Italy. Patton led his soldiers in a campaign through Italy. He was known for his speed and his ability to keep the enemy off guard. After many hard battles, the Allies took control of Italy. Patton's leadership helped the Allies win many important victories. In 1944, Patton was given command of the Third Army. He led this army into France after the Allies landed in Normandy on D-Day. Patton's army quickly moved through France, helping to free towns and cities from German control. His army continued to push through France and into Germany. Patton's fast attacks and leadership were key to the success of the Allied forces. Patton was very confident in his abilities, and sometimes this made him unpopular with other generals. He was known for being outspoken and for not always following orders. He was also known for his strong personality. Some people thought he was too hard on his soldiers. For example, he once yelled at soldiers who were sick and told them to get back to fighting. This caused a lot of anger among the soldiers and their families. Because of these actions, Patton was temporarily removed from command. But soon after, he was given a new assignment, and he continued to lead soldiers with great success. Patton's army was one of the first to enter Germany in 1945. His soldiers fought hard and helped to end the war in Europe. After the war, Patton was excited to continue working with the army, but he was no longer in charge of large groups of soldiers. On December 21, 1945, Patton was involved in a car accident. He was seriously injured and died a few days later, on December 21, 1945, in Heidelberg, Germany. Patton was a strong and brave leader. He was known for his courage, determination, and ability to inspire his soldiers. Even though he sometimes made mistakes, his leadership in battle helped the Allies win many important victories. Patton is still remembered today as one of the greatest military leaders in American history. His name is often mentioned when people talk about successful generals and leaders.